All right, how's it going, guys? AJ Gline, sleep flexologist here at Stretch Lab. We're here today to run you through a nice little cool down stretch as part of our virtual open house. So I hope you guys were able to log on and see the Pure Bar workout and the Club Pilates workout. If not, those will be posted later as well. So I have Justin and Sam here today. They're going to help me demonstrate. So how we'll kind of do it, I'm going to run you guys through a few stretches. Then Justin's going to run through a couple, and then Sam will run through a couple. The idea is we're going to kind of hit all the main muscle groups and hopefully hit some of the muscles you used during the Pilates or Pure Bar workout, okay? So we'll go ahead and we'll get started for you here. So first one we're going to do a child's pose to seal. And this one's going to be active. So I'm going to have both of them go down onto all fours here. Okay, so the idea behind this one is we're going to get the back moving, we're going to get the hips moving, and then we're going to open up the core here, okay? So what I'm going to have them do is go ahead and go into that all fours position. I want them to have a decent amount of space between the knees, so go ahead and widen out the knees just a little bit for when you sink back the hips. Good, so then what their goal here is she's just going to bring her butt back towards her heels. Good. And then they're going to come back up. And when you come back up, you're going to go all the way down into that seal position. So now she's going to bring her hips towards. Good. So this is the seal. And then the other position was the child's pose. Okay. So now we're going to do 5 more times. We're going to go back and forth in these positions. Okay. So go ahead and go back into that child's pose. As you go down, you can see how his shoulders are kind of going over his head. His back is going down towards the floor. His chest is coming down towards the floor. You should feel a nice stretch in the back and hips here. Good. So then we'll come back up into the seal. We're going to hold each position for roughly 5 to 10 seconds. So now in this position, we should be feeling that core open up through the front. Get that chest up and out. And you might feel a little stretch in the back just from where we're moving, okay? Good, so we'll go back into the child's pose. Let's do it 3 more times here. So this one's all about just getting you moving, getting your body used to those end ranges of motion, or basically how far it can move in a certain direction. Go ahead and come back up. And then we're going to go into the seal. So with these, just try to take deep breaths in, deep breaths out, and just get used to your body being in these positions, okay? Good, good. Go back into the child's pose. And then a little quicker here, come up into the seal. Good, and we'll do 1 more here. Back into the child's pose, really sinking it back, trying to get that chest down towards the floor. You see Sam over here is doing a really good job of getting her shoulders over her head. Good, and then they're going to come back up into that seal, letting everything in the front open up. Good, and you might even feel a little stretch of the hip flexors with that. Awesome. Good. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. So those two, we're getting you flexing and extending, okay? Basically bending forward, bending back. These next ones are going to get you rotating. Okay, so I'm going to have them go into that all fours position, that quadruped position. This one is called thread the needle or shoot the gap, whatever you want to call it. So basically, I'll have them both start with their left hand going through or their left arm going through. So basically, I'm going to have Justin and Sam take their left hand, put the back of their left hand on the ground. Justin's goal is to shoot it through this hole here. As he does that, you can see how he's rotating his back. You can see Sam is rotating her back as well. Hips are trying to stay nice and stable here and just move through that upper back. Good. So then she's going to come back out, and then they're both going to go the opposite direction now. Okay? And we're going to do 5 each way. Good, good. Hold for about 4 seconds when you go through. Come back up. Don't forget to breathe during these, and you guys can kind of just keep running through it. Don't forget to breathe during these. Try to exhale on that reach and reach as far as you can, okay? Good. So you can see Justin's hips are right here, and he's moving that back through here. Really trying to force that hand through. And when I say force, don't push yourself too far, but just find a nice, comfortable stretch in the back, okay? Good. So like I said, another stretch, this is supposed to just get you comfortable with rotating as far as you can, okay? Let's do a couple more each way. And if you feel a stretch in the back of the shoulder with this, that's fine as well. But you can see most of her rotation is coming right through that mid back here and a little bit in the lower back. Good, let's just go one more each way. Really taking deep breaths in and exhaling and pulling through. Good, good. All right, good. So now we're gonna move in to some hip stretches. So I'll have Justin demonstrate these for us. Go ahead. Yeah, you can just take your spot and you can show me. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I actually have AJ and Sam do these. So for the first one, to get these hips nice and warmed up, it's gonna be called the world's greatest. So AJ, if you wanna bring one leg up into the lunge position. There we go. So he's gonna swing that up. He's gonna get a nice stretch right here on the outside of the hips and also the groin, everything that's attaching to that pelvis and that lower back. I know a lot of these muscles were used within the workouts as well, with the Pilates and the Pure Barre. Good. Now he's going to hold that for a couple seconds. Good. Now, AJ, if you want to rotate up, so he's going to take that inside arm, rotate back out, hold that for a couple seconds, and then come back. Relax. Good. And then if you want to do that again, get your abdominals stretched out as two. Get that T-spine rotation. That's good right there, Sam. Now, one of you guys want to show me the easier way on your knee if you can't do that?
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah.
So AJ's going to show us right here. If you can't do that stretch right there, just start on a knee, and basically it's the same stretch right there, just a little bit easier. Good. Now he's going to get that lunge here. Now if you want to rotate again. Good. Do this about 5 times for each leg. So a couple more times for this leg. Good. And then breathe out when you get out at the very top. Good. Perfect. Okay, now if you guys want to switch legs here. There we go. Same thing here. Hold that position. Try to rotate that, bring that elbow in a little bit more. Rotate. There we go. Perfect. And then after holding that for a couple seconds, rotate up. Hold this for about 2 to 3 seconds right here. And then come back. So you get a nice stretch through the outside of your glute here as well. This is incorporating a lot of muscle groups. Good, and then you come back. Good. We'll do it one more time each side. Okay, perfect. And then when you guys are ready, we'll go into the pure forma stretch. So what they're going to do, they're going to start the same way, and they're going to bring this leg in, bend that knee, kind of like a half pigeon right here. And then they're basically going to sit on their leg here. Now these guys are both pretty flexible. We see how far they're getting over. A lot of people can't get that far, so they're a lot more upright with this, which is okay. But these guys are both doing a really good job here. For this one, you want to take deep breaths in, and on the exhale, try to sink down a little bit lower every time you do this as well. Good. So we'll do about 5 reps for each of this. So deep breath in, and then exhale a little bit lower again. Good, perfect. Deep breath in, and then exhale a little bit lower, perfect. Good. And then one more deep breath whenever you guys are ready, and then we'll switch legs. Perfect. And then we'll switch. Now this one might be a little bit more uncomfortable if you guys don't have a pillow. So if you guys do have a pillow, you guys can put it right under your knee there. Probably help a lot. Hold this for a couple seconds. Deep breath in, and then exhale. The big deep breaths are going to put you in a more relaxed position, and it's going to help you be able to get into a deeper stretch throughout this range of motion. Good. A couple more times here. Perfect. Getting that piriformis nice and loosened up. That's attached to the back of your spine. Good. I'm just going to run around the front of your hip there. Good. Okay, you guys can both come back up, and then we'll basically just go into a hamstring stretch here with this lunge position. So deep breath in, and then on the exhale, you're gonna fall back down into that position right there. Good. So basically, you just want to get a little bit lower every time with this stretch. You might be able to get a little bit of back stretch in here as well, along with your hamstring and your glute, which is perfect. And for this one, if you're having a little bit more tightness on the outside of the hip, you also can rotate a little bit, get the outside of that hip there as well. Good. And then you can rotate your foot, get the outside muscles of your hamstring. If you rotate out, rotate in, get the inside muscles of your hamstring right there as well. So you can do a couple at each angle if that helps. Okay, we'll do one more deep breath and then we'll switch legs here. Perfect. Good job. And then we'll switch legs. Then take your time with this transition as well. It doesn't have to be rushed. So big deep breath in, and then we'll exhale down to the bottom. Perfect. And then you can rotate your foot in and out, get those different angles, hit those different muscle groups within your hamstring. Perfect. There you go, a couple more deep breaths. Okay, perfect. And then now we're gonna go into a couple different more quad stretches that Sam will put us through. So I'll switch on over to her. I'll take her spot.
Okay, so transitioning from your hamstring, you're still gonna let's start with your right leg out, still in that lunge. And now instead of, you're just gonna sit back, and you should feel a stretch more so in your left quad here. If you need to, you can kind of rotate your foot outwards so you're not directly sitting on it. You're gonna take a couple deep breaths. Slowly start leaning your trunk backwards a little bit more and more. Should start feeling that tight pull right here in the quad. We'll stay here for a few breaths before we switch to the other side.
Probably deliver cold.
All the way down.
Feels my ankles.
Stretch the
Feels
front.
good on my ankles.
Yeah.
All right, one more deep breath and then we'll switch. Good. Go ahead and take your time, transition. Deep breath in. Exhale and lower yourself down. Each breath in and exhale, you're slowly lowering yourself lower and lower down. Good. 3 more breaths here. Good, and go ahead and sit back up on your knees. Now we're gonna go towards a glute stretch. I'm gonna have AJ here help me show you this. So you are gonna take your right leg, you're gonna go ahead and hook your foot around the back of your left knee. Okay? And then you're gonna take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're gonna sit backwards. And again, with each breath, you're slowly trying to sit closer and closer to the ground. If you need to, you can help hold on to that other foot if you feel like it's sliding. Two more deep breaths here. One more. Good, and go ahead and relax and reset. So now you're gonna switch to the other side, take that left foot, tuck it behind your right knee. Go ahead and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly lower yourself backwards. Slowly towards the ground. Good. And if you need to hold that right foot because it's slipping, go ahead and hold on to it. Two more big breaths here. Each one slowly lowering yourself closer and closer to the floor. Good. One more and go ahead and sit up. Good. So now we're going to work on the groin. So from here, you're going to still stay on your knees. We're going to pick the right leg first. Right leg, you're going to straighten out to the side here, like so. Okay, still keeping that left knee right under you. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to slide that right foot out and lower your trunk down to the floor. Take a nice deep stretch on the inside of your leg all the way down. With each exhale, you're going to try and slowly lower yourself down, closer and closer to the floor. Still keeping that left leg tucked under you. Good. Two more big breaths here, and then we'll switch sides. Good. So go ahead and sit up on both knees. Get reset. And then now we're going to do the other side. So left leg straight out. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and lower yourself to the floor. A nice good stretch there. Let's take 5 deep breaths. Again, with each exhale, slowly deeper and deeper into your stretch. 2 more. Good, and go ahead and sit up.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the stretches we have for you today. Our idea was to kind of hit a little bit of everything. So I hope you guys are feeling good, feeling stretched out. And I also hope you guys enjoyed the Pure Barre and Pilates workouts. We'll continue doing live videos. Stretch Lab is going to be doing them at 9 a.m. pretty much every day. If you can't make the live session, we're going to record them and post them on our YouTube later. Those links are on that Facebook members page as well. So keep tuning into those, and also keep giving us feedback on Facebook, on Instagram, of anything you guys would like to see from all the different clubs, Pilates, Stretch Lab, and Pure Barre. Other than that, everyone enjoy your Sunday. Glad you guys could tune on and join us, and remember to live long.
Thanks for
Thanks,
coming on.
guys.
Thank you.